Alright guys, welcome to the last video. I'm actually in my kitchen here and I got some things that I'm going to share with you guys and just kind of wrap up this 5-day clean eating challenge. The goal behind all this was to educate you, show you what a proper meal plan looks like, give you some free workouts, give you a little bit more of a support group, an accountability group to help you stay on track. If you haven't noticed, the biggest thing that I harp on in anything is plan, prep. 95% of people do not do that. And I would say that it's not necessarily knowing what you need to eat, because we've put the meal plan up there. If you are eating healthy fats, healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, those sort of things, and it's going to be very, very hard, as Tony said, to overeat on broccoli. It's going to be, I mean, you can't sit there and eat bags and bags of broccoli. At least I can't. Most people can't. So it's going to be really hard to overeat on those sort of foods. But we know what's good and what's bad for us. Now let's kind of dive in on some of the things that we may not know of. Here's the big thing. When you go to the grocery store, you may have heard of this before. Walking on the outside aisles is where the most nutrient-dense foods are going to be. As you start to get closer to the inside aisles, that's where the processing, the packaging, and all that stuff comes into play, and that's where you're going to run into the biggest trouble. Think about where the health section is. It's usually on the far end, kind of away from everything, right? They want to put the junk right up front so you see it. They want to sell more of that stuff, okay? So let's take a look at some healthy options and kind of go from there, and non-healthy options. Let's start with one of the things that I get is with like spreads, marinades. This actually happens to be barbecue sauce. I don't actually eat barbecue sauce, but for the sake of this video, we went and got some. So this is, as you can read on the back, you can read all the nutrient ingredients, but really what I want you to read is all the nutrient facts, but really I want you to read is the nutrient ingredients. Number one thing right on there, sugar. That's probably the biggest thing. Make sure you're trying to buy things that don't have a bunch of added sugar. So things like barbecue sauce, any kind of condiments. Actually, here's another great example, tomato sauce. This you actually would think was in the organic section. You think this would be a great, and it is, but it also has that added sugar in there, so that's 6 grams of sugar. You can actually make this on your own. You can make tomato sauce where you're not putting in a ton of sugar. You can also get it without added sugar. So those are some options to consider when you're purchasing things. I have a good healthy option right here, and this is Nature's Path Organic Hot Oatmeal Flaxseed Plus. So this is actually in the organic section, health section. And here's the ingredients. You ready for this? We can read these. Rolled oats, evaporated cran juice, flaxseed, and sea salt. Okay. Now this does have a little bit of sugar in it. All right. So again, you have to be careful of that. But this is going to be a better option than Quaker Oat, loaded sugar, brown sugar, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to strongly encourage you to get really good at reading labels. If you can't understand what it says, probably not good for you. Okay, so get really good at reading the labels. Check different sugar contents. Okay, that's one thing. When you eat high amount, and I'm not telling you can't eat sugar, but when you eat high amounts of sugar, it is addictive, and it can cause you to want more of it. So that's the problem that we have with some of the foods, is they add a lot in. Here's a couple other tips that I have. We have some protein powders here. Again, I'm not soliciting any type of protein powder. These are just the ones that I have in my kitchen. This is a Quest protein powder. If you're from the Des Moines area, you know Hy-Vee sells this, especially the one here in Ankeny. When you're looking at protein powder, really the best thing to look for is, does it come with artificial ingredients? And basically the reputation of the powder. You can do a lot of stuff where you look online. So this one is just a protein blend of whey protein, casein, and isolate, and it has natural flavors in it, salt, that sort of thing. So this is 22 grams of protein. It's vanilla. It's I like it. Now, I don't drink a lot of this because I have a different protein powder that I use as well. This is another example. This is called Recovery. This is actually from the Beachbody line, And this again, no artificial ingredients in that. So make sure you pick one that doesn't have artificial ingredients. How do you know? Just don't go to, here's the deal, don't go to Walmart or Target and just pull one off the shelf, okay? Look at it, see it, spend a little bit more. $20 versus $30 would make a huge difference in a protein powder if you're looking at purchasing one of those. Okay, and you don't have to get all caught up in that stuff, but that does help get extra protein. Some of you guys asked, I don't know if I get enough protein. Well, you can really only consume up to between 20 and 30 grams of protein in a given meal. The rest of it, you're gonna just pretty much go to the bathroom with it, right? You're gonna get rid of it. So that being said, it depends on if you're trying to add muscle mass, that sort of thing. But typically, it's going to be right around half your body weight, between half and a full amount of your body weight in grams. Now, you get into the full amount, you're pushing it a little bit much. But here's the deal: if you overconsume it, your body's just going to flush it out and get rid of what it doesn't need. Okay? So typically, you can't really take in 100 grams of protein in a meal. So, asking if you're getting enough. Just add a couple, maybe a scoop of protein, that sort of thing, and you should be fantastic to go. If you're sore all the time, if your muscles aren't recovering, you're not getting enough protein. Okay? Some of you guys have asked the question, can I just come up with a meal plan that fits me? Here's the deal, you guys. Everybody's different. Everybody is different in what they like and what they, want to eat. The big thing is, eat meals at the beginning of the day that's going to fuel you for the rest of the day. So high carbs. Oatmeal is a great resource. If you don't like oatmeal, you have toast. You have different things like that. Proteins. You want to definitely start off your day with a protein. During the middle of the day, heavy vegetables, heavy fiber. That'll help you transition from one meal to the next when you're eating a lot of fiber. Okay, what are high fiber foods? Well, anything that has any fruit typically tends to be high fiber. Most fruit tends to be high fiber. Okay, there are a lot of great resources out there. I know other things are great in fiber as well. So you can also get little fiber powders that you can put into your drinks as well. Most of us don't get enough fiber in our diet, and we definitely need more of it. Okay, guys. Here's the tips, here's the tricks, here's everything. Remember the key, plan out what you're doing, read your labels, be educated, and don't freak out. Don't try to be perfect because science is changing all the time. Do the best you can. Find what works for you and your schedule. And if you don't schedule and you don't plan, you might as well just throw everything out the window and plan to fail. That being said, for the next 21 days, we're going to do a little fun group on the side. If you're interested in a 21-day challenge, I'm going to post more information about it or talk to you. I wanted to create this group for free with no stipulation on anything that we're doing. I hope it continues to add value to you. But if you're looking for that next step, you're looking for that next break and an actual organized plan, we do run these 21-day challenge groups. I would love to share more information with you about it. No obligation, absolutely not. But it can help you actually plan things out as we go forward. One of the cool things that we have in that group is we have a cookbook that's going to share amazing recipes. That's actually where I pulled some of those recipes from. I mean, you have everything from chicken parmesan to chocolate protein crepes to homemade salsa. We had a gal just post in the group about the chicken kebabs that were just made. Guys, I hope you had some tremendous value added to you. If you have feedback about this group, if you have things that you felt like you didn't get, please post below because I'm going to run these at least, hopefully, maybe once a month, if not every other month. So take care. Have a wonderful Friday. Get after it. And I hope you keep working on your fitness journey and nutrition journey. Take care.